Trio, bonjour. I just wanted to touch base quickly. I'm trying to work on computer issues. My goodness, being 53 and not tech savvy is very, very, very difficult. I want to know if you are also wondering why Wendy Adelson has not been arrested yet. So I assume they want her testimony in her mother's trial. They can use her last 3 trials of lies and use that. But I think it will just do worse for Wendy. And I'm half wondering if they are going to arrest Wendy as she walks out of Donna's trial. I'm shocked she has not already been arrested. If I were Wendy, I'd be in Vietnam. I'm shocked Charlie didn't go to Vietnam. He had had 3 trips there prior. Since 2016, when Luis Rivera and Sigfrido, whatever his name was, since they were arrested, he went there 3 times. And I assume it was to set up connections. You know, he could have gone there and been the greatest dentist Vietnam ever had. He'd still be making millions of dollars a year. Well, as Katie Magbanua said, he feels like he is untouchable. Someone watched my video the other night, and I was having a hard time saying her name. I apologize for not calling you out, but thank you. She spelled it out for me. I was like, Magbanua, and I finally got it. I put a question out today. So Wendy's children are now 13 and 14 years old. How is she keeping them from going on their phones and seeing what is happening? I personally do not allow our children on TikTok. But there are plenty of other platforms that all he has to do is go to Bing. I don't want to say that Google. All he has to do is just type into his search network, my dad, obviously by name. What is Wendy saying to these children? And how are they feeling? I did read, my goodness, I apologize, Ruth Markel's book. I do not remember the name. I could find out for you. I read her book, and it was amazing. Now, when I say I read, you guys know I listen to books when I'm out doing my mail route or doing laundry and stuff. I listened to her book twice. It was deep. It was emotional. If you haven't purchased it, I'm not making any sort of commission. Go purchase it. Don't those kids have any curiosity to who their father's parents were? You know, I made the comment about Wendy, how she keeps her kids, and my girl Lindsay 007, you know, Bond, James Bond. No, we mean Lindsay. She has the same. How is she keeping this from them? I'm going to be quite tacky for a moment. There's a chick who's Tui. It happened, 5 days ago, and she's viral all over the internet. She's selling hats. She's making tons of money already. I feel sorry for her parents because I would be embarrassed for her parents. And she's a beautiful girl. But that's what I don't understand. How is Wendy keeping this from them? Okay, so if I had any talent in editing, I would be putting parts in. I'm actually trying to work on it. I just wanted to touch base because you guys know that I busted another leg. You know, April 29th, I broke my left leg. I was doing jumping jacks, and I broke the outer leg. You have 2 bones in your left. This is the big one, and then you have a little one, and I fractured that one. And then a week ago, Thursday, well, today's Thursday, I think. I've been off work for a few. I've been off work, and my goodness, you're off work, and you lose track of what day it is, what month it is. Anyway, I was acting like an idiot with the boy in the pool. Here's the pool. There's the pool. And I was trying to bounce off the diving board in my butt, and I ended up flipping, and I slammed my ankle into the side of the pool. I did not break any bones. I have a bruise that goes from the one side of the ankle all the way below the heel and all the way to the other side. So I dealt with it for about 4 or 5 days. And then I finally said, well, let me try that boot. When I broke my leg in April, I put that boot on it and made a huge difference. I wore it for 2.5 days. So I went to the orthopedist Monday, and he gave me this little tiny boot. And he also told me that I'm stupid and I'm old and I need to grow up. But I'm also taking now prescription strength calcium so I don't get osteoporosis. And, you know, so I'll be talking to you guys like this. I'm like, hey, the coolest murder. I'm watching Katie's trial. Katie, remember, so in 2019, Katie was hung jury. She was tried at the same time as Sigfredo. He has interesting eyes. But Katie, a college graduate, knowing he grew up the way he did, it surprises me that she was attracted to him. So I may lose my train of thought. However, in one of the wiretaps, she makes a statement, I've effed up bitches I've never even known. So I think that Katie has a little bit of trash in her as well. But Katie was hooking up with this guy. She's trash. She met Charlie thinking, holy cow, I have hit the jackpot. And not knowing that Charlie, as exact Charlie's words, I may miss a word or two wrong, I could have a 37-year-old Victoria's Secret model, and if she had 2 kids, I'd walk away. I don't want that. He didn't want her, he used her. He met her at a dentist office around mid-end of September. He talked to her a couple times, and then he figured out she has ties to the hood, the ghetto. I don't really know how you want to say it. They went out Christmas Eve. Halloween night. Halloween Eve is the 30th. My mother was born on Halloween. We always teased her she's a witch. She kind of was. But God bless her. Rest in peace, Mom. And that was the evening he asked Katie, do you know anyone that could rough someone up? Okay. Can you even imagine someone in your family saying, we're not getting our way, so let's murder someone? We tease all the time about this. It's never actually crossed our minds to actually murder someone. And when I say I tease all the time, I don't even know that I tease that. These people, you know, Katie brought the word up. Charlie felt he was untouchable. I'm going to come back to Katie in a minute. Harvey, Charlie's father, was BFFs with the number 2 man in power in Florida. And that's why they weren't even looked at for 6 years. And I think it was Willie Mays. Willie Mays wasn't the BFF, but the BFF had control of Willie Mays. And then Jack something, someone tell me below, Jack, started with C, came in and said, I'm done with this. This is foolish. There's so much evidence on these people. And Jack had the courage to do it. George is awesome. Sarah's great. Also, I love Sarah's suits. I love her hair. One day she'll look like this, and the next day she'll be all curled up and cute and just... So I can't do that. But she's gorgeous. I love it. I love it. These ladies have done a fantabulous job. So I'm watching Katie's trial. She lies so much in the first trial that I've actually done about an hour and a half work trying to put things together, but I don't understand the editing and this Da Vinci stuff. I don't get it, man. I'm old. You guys remember when I started dialing a phone, I didn't do this. Hey, call mom. I did this. Whoa. Whoa. And we only had 7-digit phone numbers. When I was 16 years old, my parents gave me a car for my birthday. I was quite entitled. But I also got my own private phone line in my bedroom. That's something else that these kids these days don't realize. If you had a crush on a girl, you had to call her parents' house, and odds were her father or her mother would answer. And you'd have to say, "May I speak to Meredith?" And you're speaking your voice. Well, now these kids just communicate with each other. They have no contact with the parents, no idea what's going on. Oh, the world has just gone to crap. And feminism has destroyed the world. Anyway, Katie's lying so badly. So now Charlie's up for trial. So she's finally ready to give her proffer and tell the truth. Well, Pat Sanford is the FBI agent, and apparently he walked out. He was fed up. He's like, "You are still lying. This is nonsense and ridiculous." I would never be involved in a crime like this. However, if I knew anything about it and the prosecutor offered me immunity, I'd be like, Girl Scouts honor. I'm telling you anything. This woman probably will still leave prison in a box. And she deserves it. Her proffer is embarrassing. Her claim in Charlie's trial, "I didn't want to give up Siegfried." Well, you set Siegfried up. So don't act like you have morals in class now. This chick... I'll tell you what's funny is she was able to get Charlie to spend $4,500 on her boob job, and now she's gained 120 pounds, but she's got great boobs. Yay. Oh my goodness. Here's my question. Let me know below. If her saline were to bust, does the prison take care of that? Or, they just let it... I assume we pay all their medical bills. Okay. I am working on a video about Katie, and it's embarrassing. I assume if you're bored in the meantime, watch her testimony. And if you watch Georgia's closing arguments between Katie's trial and Charlie's trial, Georgia has gained so much more confidence. I honestly do not understand why they did not arrest Donna on the night of Charlie's conviction. They got so lucky. Donna and Harvey happened to tell someone, "We're absconding to Vietnam. There's no extradition." And that person had a conscience. And they called the authorities. And I think the authorities had 3.5 hours, and they got there. But think about Donna and Harvey. So they visited the first class lounge, and they were flying Emirates, so it's a very nice first class lounge. I'm sure they had a little touch of champagne. And they go down to the boarding area, and they have 38 minutes left until first class boards. And they're excited. They're a little tipsy. They've had champagne. And they start saying first class passengers, Adelsons. And that was intentionally. But for all Harvey and Donna knew, it was being called in alphabetical order. And then they walked in. And you've all seen that. And how about Donna? And the FBI, "You can't have my phone." He's like, "I can't." Okay. Leave me notes below. I'm trying to work on this Katie thing because you guys are just going to be horrified. If you haven't watched it yet, maybe wait for me because I'll make it much more funny. Take care of yourselves. God bless you. And oh my goodness, please, God bless this America.